folks, this is Susie Meadows with Crafting with Susie. Welcome. I want to do a quick thank you card, and I'm going to be using the Massive Thanks stamp set. It's got some really cute sentiments. This isn't just a thank you card, it's a hug with a fold in the middle. I love that one. And that's actually what we're going to be using. But my other favorite inside sentiment is, I usually just send a text, but this calls for a card. So I think this is a really versatile thank you stamp set, and that's what we're going to use. I'm also going to be using the Snowflake Splendor. Let me pull this up here. This is the designer series paper. It's in our holiday catalog, so it's getting ready to go bye-bye. In fact, it's only while supplies last until January 4th, and it's on sale right now. But it's 12 by 12, and it's double-sided. And let me see. We're going to be using this piece right here, I think. No, we're using this piece. Anyway, I'll show you. So, Snowflake Splendor. And then I'm also using the Winter Snow Embossing Folder. And it is also in the mini catalog. It's actually, all this is part of a suite, but it's the embossing folder. And I show you what it looks like. This is what we're going to be putting on the card. And then I'm also going to use some of this really pretty ribbon, Snowflake Splendor. And look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I will be getting some more of that unless it sells out. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm starting with a piece of Misty Moonlight paper, cardstock. I've already cut it, fold it in half. And we are going to lay this right there. And here is our designer series paper that we're going to be putting there. And I'm just going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue. I really like that because especially with texture, it holds it. I don't put a lid on it. If you look, I'm moving this really fast. I put the tip on down and just move it, and that way I don't put too much on. And I'm just going to center it right there. There we go. And this designer series paper, here's the other side. Isn't it pretty? And I think I may pick up some more of this because won't this look good for January birthdays? Well, at least here in Indiana, we tend to, it's cold. Sometimes we have snow, sometimes we don't. But I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to use some of the, oh yes, we're going to use the ribbon, that snowflake. And I have already cut it. It needs to be trimmed. There's different ways you can put it down. You can use tear and tape, but I'm going to use our mini glue dots and just put it on there. Pull it up. And I want one at the other end. And I'll put one in the middle, I think. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to lay this right over. What I'm doing, I'm sort of hiding the raw edge there. I think that looks pretty. And we'll do just a little trim because I don't want it sticking out necessarily. But I think maybe like that. And maybe like that. Yep, looks good. Okay, now we're ready to stamp. And I'm going to use the label from the Tasteful Labels. It's this one right here. And we're going to stamp on that. So I'll put this over here. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink. And this isn't just a thank you card. Make sure it looks good. Yep, okay. And then in the middle and straight down. Press it, let the ink transfer, and back up. Oh, yes, looking good. And while we're at this, we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside. Well, Misty Moonlight, you could stamp right on it on the inside and be fine. But I have a white piece that I think I would like to stamp my sentiment on. It's a hug with a fold in the middle. Once again, I like that one. I like it. Okay, and we are going to go straight down. Press, let the ink transfer. There we go. Now, the nice thing about this is if I goofed, I could have flipped it on the other side because, you know, paper has two sides. Close up our ink set, or ink pad, rather. Okay. Glue, what to do with it? Oh, here it is. Sometimes I'm just too organized. And I put things away. Just a little bit of glue is good. And I'm going to center it based on these 3 sides. I don't care about the top, just these 3 sides. There we go. Now I like decorating my inside, so I'm going to decorate it with a little scrap. I like using all my paper, and I think I want this side showing. So just a little bit of glue. And I'm going to center it once again. Don't have to. You can, I've run it on the side before. It doesn't always have to be at the bottom, but that's what I chose to do this time. Okay, now I want to pop this up. In other words, I want a little bit of elevation. So I'm going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals. They're self-adhesive foam mounts. And it's a new pack. And I'll use several. You wouldn't have to use this many, but I do like symmetry because when this goes through the mail, you know, there's a machine and rollers that go over it, and I think that just lines up pretty good. Now, you just peel these off. That's all I'm doing is just peeling them off. Sometime if you get a stubborn one, maybe put your finger in the middle and that will pop up the sides. But these are just coming straight off. Good. And I think I want this right there. There we go. Now I want some more bling. So I'm going to use this pretty ribbon, this Snowflake Splendor Ribbon. And I have already, just for the time, I've already tied a bow. And I'm going to use a glue dot. Put it right on there. I'm going to take my pick tool to get it off. Because sometimes I can't with my fingernails. It just doesn't come off very well. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, we need some more bling. We're not done. And I'm going to use our rhinestone, our basic jewels, because I think that will add some really pretty bling. And I like going in odds, so I'm 3 or 5. I don't know, but I think, you know, I think I want a big rhinestone down at the bottom. And then, okay, you can use your piercing tool portion, or the other end has gum. And I'm going to use the gum portion just to slide this off. Okay. Like I said, odd numbers, there's 3, but I think we need some more. We are not done. I think we need a big one right there, and I'd like one more. Where shall we go? You know, I think we'll do it right up here. So there we go. Isn't that a pretty card? Now that Christmas is over, I plan on sending a few thank yous, and this is one of the cards I'll be using. This isn't just a thank you card. It's a hug with the fold in the middle. So, hey, if you interested in shopping, here's my website. You're welcome to go shop. I'd love to earn your business. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So, but if you got any questions, give me a holler. Hope you're doing well. See ya.